Good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss MSc Microbiology course CCTP 7 Immunology. In the last lecture we have discussed about the first module of overview of immunology. In today's lecture we are going to discuss the second module of the immunology. Learning objectives. At the end of this lecture, students are able to revise the concept of MSc molecules, their structure and the function, B lymphocyte, their role in the immune system, antibody molecule, their structure and their different roles, cytokines, their roles in the activation of immune system, primary and secondary immune responses and the complement system. So let's start with the major histocompatibility complex. Major histocompatibility complex, it is a collection of genes which code for the MSc molecules which are found on the surface of all nucleated cells of the body. In human, these MSc genes are also referred to as human leukocyte antigens. Mature red blood cells are the only cells which do not express MSc molecules on their surface as they lack a nucleus. Two classes of MSc molecules are involved in the adaptive immunity, class 1 and class 2 MSc molecule. Class 1 MSc molecule are found on all nucleated cell and they represent antigenic peptide to cytotoxic T cells. While class 2 MSc molecules, they are generally expressed on the antigen presenting cells like macrophages, dendritic cells and the B cells, and their main function is to presentation of antigenic peptide to T helper cells. MSc molecules, these are the transmembrane glycoproteins that are assembled in the form of dimers in the cytoplasmic membrane of cells. Class 1 MSc molecules are composed of longer alpha chain which is coupled with a smaller beta 2 microglobulin protein. The only alpha chain in case of the class 1 MSc molecule, it spans the cytoplasmic membrane and it folded into three separate domains, alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3. While class 2 MSc molecules compose of two protein chains, alpha and the beta, which are approximately similar in length. Both the chains of the class 2 MSc molecule that span the plasma membrane and they are folded into two separate domains, alpha 1 and alpha 2, while the beta chain will be folded into beta 1 and the beta 2. So for the presentation of antigen to T cell, these MSc molecules, they have a cleft that serve as the antigen binding site near the top portion of class 1 or the class 2 MSc molecules. This is the structure of MSc class molecules. If you see the class 1 molecule, it is mainly composed of long alpha chain which folded into three domains, alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3, and this alpha chain, it is associated with beta 2 microglobulin. The alpha chain, it spans the cytoplasmic membrane. Now the antigen binding cleft in case of class 1 MSc molecule, it mainly composed of alpha 1, alpha 2 domain, while in case of the class 2 MSc molecule, it composed of two approximately same length chain, alpha and the beta, and antigen binding cleft is mainly composed of alpha 1 and the beta 1. So let's start with the B lymphocytes. B lymphocytes, they are differentiated into effector antibody secreting plasma cells and the memory cell after their stimulation by the T helper cells. Plasma cells are the cells of the immune system which secretes the antibody. Nerve cells, they can show or express thousands of B cell receptors which are membrane bound form of immunoglobulin. Now the B cell receptor, it has two chains, heavy and the two light chains, which are connected by disulfide linkage. In addition to heavy and the light chain, each chain has a constant and the variable region. Variable region is involved in the antigen binding region. Two other membrane proteins, immunoglobulin alpha and beta, they are involved in the signaling. This is the structure of B cell receptor. Here you can see it consists of two heavy and the two light chains. Both are joined together by disulfide bridge, which was shown red in color. In addition to that, it also consists of variable region, which was shown by the green color, and the constant region, blue color. Now the variable region, it forms the site where antigen can bind. In addition to that, it consists of immunoglobulin alpha and the beta, which act as a or help in the signal transduction. So these B cell, they bind and engulf the foreign antigen by using this B cell receptor, and they display antigen with the help of class 2 MSC molecule to T helper cells. So when this T helper cell, they detect the antigen which is bound to the B cell receptor, they start to secrete certain cytokines that induces activation of the B cell, and the B cells start proliferating. So when the B cells proliferate, they will make thousands of clones or the identical copies of them and secretes antibodies with the same antigen recognition pattern as that of the B cell receptors. So the activation of B cell and its proliferation is known as clonal selection. Now here you can see how the B cells, they are expanded. So B cells, it bind to the antigen via B cell receptor. So after processing of that antigen by using MSC class 2 molecules, they will represent antigenic peptide to T helper cells. So after recognition of antigen, T helper cell, they start to secrete the cytokines. Now this cytokine, they activate the B cells so that its proliferation will started, and the B cells will get divided into plasma cells and the memory B cells. Plasma cells are the cells which secretes the antibody molecule. Now antibody molecule. Antibody are also known as the immunoglobulin, and these are the proteins which are produced by the plasma cells after they are stimulated by an antigen. Antibodies which occur in the blood, in gastric and the mucous secretion, and they are also present in the breast milk. Antibodies which are present within this fluid or the secretion, they can bind the pathogen and carry out the destruction of this pathogen before they can infect cells. 5 classes of antibodies molecule have been found, and this classification will based on their physicochemical, structural and immunological properties. They are classified as IgM, IgG, IgA, IgD and the IgE. IgG class, it will make up about 80% of all the antibodies which are present in the body. They have heavy chains and they consist of one variable and 3 identical constant domain, while IgA and the IgD, they consist of 3 constant domains per heavy chain, while IgM and IgE have 4 constant domain per heavy chain. So let's discuss the types of immunoglobulin molecule along with their function IgA class of antibody, they are mainly found in the mucus, saliva, tears and the breast milk. Their main function is to protect us against pathogen. IgD class of antibodies, they are serve as a part of B cell receptor and their main function is in the activation of basophils and the mast cells. IgE class of antibodies, they protect us against parasitic worm and they are responsible for the development of allergic reaction. Next class of the antibody molecule IgG, which are secreted by plasma cells in the blood and they have a tendency to cross the placenta. IgM class of antibody, they are attached to the surface of B cells and they are responsible for early stage immunity. So let's discuss different functions of the antibody molecule. So first we will discuss about the neutralization. So for the viruses to infect a particular cell, they must be adsorbed on the receptor on the host cell plasma membranes. So antibodies which are made against these epitopes which are present on the viral capsid or viral envelope glycoprotein, they help in attachment of viruses to host cell receptors. So if antibodies are attached to these epitopes, then viral particles or the viruses, they are unable to be attached on the surface of the host cells. And such a kind of the antibodies are called as the neutralizing antibody and they play important role in preventing viral infection as they prevent the attachment of virus to the host cell receptor. So here you can see yellow color will indicate the virus and the antibody molecules, they are adsorbed on the viral capsid or the envelope glycoprotein. So that sites will be blocked and the virus will unable to be adsorbed on the surface of the host cells. The next role of the antibody molecule is in the complement fixation. In the process of the complement fixation, antibodies like IgM and IgG, they play important role. Now these antibodies, they are present in the serum and they bind to the antigens. In addition to that, they provide binding or the docking site so that the different proteins of the complement system can also bind. So this combination of antibody and the complement, it enhances the opsonization and it promotes the rapid clearing of the pathogens. So here you can see antibodies will be attached to the antigen and in addition to that they provide a docking site where different kind of the proteins of the complement system can be bind. So when these two molecules they bind to the antigen, they enhances the opsonization process and it promotes the rapid clearing of pathogens. Now the next role of the antibody molecule, it is in the opsonization process. In this case, antibody molecules like IgG and IgE, they play important role. In addition to these two antibody, the complement proteins C3b and the C4b, they attach to the antigen and it results in the efficient phagocytosis process and the process is called as the opsonization. Next is the cytokines. Cytokines can be also called as the chemokines and these are the chemical messenger that regulate differentiation of the cell, their formation and they also regulate the functions of the cells. In addition to that, they play a role in the proliferation of different kind of the cells of the immune system as we have discussed how the cytokines which are secreted by T helper cell stimulate or activate the B cell and help in the proliferation of B cells. And in addition to that, cytokines also affect the expression of certain gene. They control the expression of certain gene which affect the immune responses. Thousands of cytokines are present, but here we are going to discuss about the interleukin and interferon. Interleukin, they are so named because they form interaction between the leukocyte, that is the white blood cell, and they form a bridge between the innate and the adaptive immune responses. Interferon, the second type of the cytokine which we are going to discuss. These are mainly released by the infected cell as a warning to nearby uninfected cells. The main function of this interferon is to inhibit the replication of the viruses. So this interferon, they can work as a signaling molecule. They provide the signal to uninfected cells to destroy the RNA and reduce protein synthesis. So this signaling neighboring infected cell, in addition to that, they also undergo the apoptosis or the programmed cell death and help in the activation of the immune cells. Now, primary and the secondary immune response. The primary response is the response which occurred after the proliferation of the lymphocyte to form clones of effector cell which are specific to an antigen during the body's first exposure to the antigen. So there will be a lag period of 10 to 17 days between the initial exposure and maximum production of effector cells. So the lymphocytes which are selected by antigen, they are differentiated into B and the T cell during this lag period. Activated B cells, they give rise to the plasma cells which secrete antibody and they help in the elimination of the pathogen. The secondary response, it occurs when the body is exposed to a previously encountered antigen. The response is faster and prolonged as compared to the primary response. Numerous antibodies are produced and they are effective in binding the antigen. Now, the ability to recognize the previously encountered antigen is known as immunological memory. The memory cells which are produced during the primary response, they are not active during the phase, but they will survive in the system for long period of time. So when the same antigen which causes a primary response, it enters the body, the memory cells will get activated and they will proliferate rapidly to form a new clone of effector and memory cells. Now these new clones of effector and memory cells are the component of secondary immune response. Complement system. Complement system, it mainly consists of proteins and the glycoproteins. Now this component of the complement system, they are mainly synthesized by liver hepatocytes. So this component of the complement system, they circulate in serum in functionally inactive form as proenzyme or the zymogens, and they are inactive until they undergo the proteolytic cleavage. So when the inhibitory fragment will be removed from this complement component, then they exposes the active site which activate the functional enzyme cascades. There are three pathways of activation of the complement. The first pathway is the classical pathway, which is mainly mediated by the antibody molecule. The second pathway is the lectin mediated pathway, which is triggered by serum protein and that bind to the mannose residue of bacteria. Third type of the pathway of complement activation is the alternative pathway, and it is mainly triggered on pathogen surfaces. The three main consequences of complement activations are: first one is the recruitment of inflammatory cells, second one is the direct killing of the pathogen by formation of membrane attack complex, and third step is the opsonization of the pathogens. These are the references. Thank you.